Alrighty guys, welcome back to War 2 for Season 24. We're up against ITA 16, which I've never heard of before, but I think they're from Platinum 3 or something. It was actually a bit of a mismatch this war in our favour. But we really needed the win this war after last war's kind of embarrassment. So we're starting off obviously on path 3. We're taking this Cull Obsidian. This node has he gets an armor up buff, and that's about it. It's nothing special. There's very few champs that do well on the first section of path 3. So yeah, we're just going to go in with a mega and get him down really quickly. Let the spores do the work as always, and we're just going to miss a parry here like a true professional. And I was really scared at this point because I'm like, how did I miss that parry? So I'm just going to back off, and then he gets down. So next up we have the mini boss of Corvus Glaive, so on the Strike Counter Fury mini. And we're also going to pop just a quick combat regen boost to get our missing health back. So Corvus isn't the worst placement here, because if you let him build a few of those Fury passives, one misstep can cost you lots of health. One combo and you're dead, that sort of thing. But we're just going to get up to 26 spores, and he's got 7 Furies now, 8, but spores are going to get him down just like that. Okay, so that was section 1 done. 2 pretty easy fight. Okay, so now we've got a rank 3 Nick Fury on the Mixmaster Mini. One of the harder fights across the map, definitely, especially with the Nick Fury placed in this node. He does pretty well here as a defender. But I think you're going to be convinced after this that Omega Red is the best counter. I've heard people talk about Sunspot and also Archangel and then Magneto with the magic synergy, but I think Omega can do better than all of them as far as the time it takes to get this guy down, as well as health remaining. So similar to the Hitmonkey fight last war, we're just going to stick to pretty much light medium combos, as well as weaving in a bunch of heavies in there. The light medium combos are mainly to keep his prowess down, because one SP1 into block with a few prowess can mean a lot of block damage for anyone. So unfortunately he backs off there, and we lose all our spores. We're going to get the back. We're just going to maintain those 10 spores. And we're also going to try and bait out parries rather than bait out specials, which means bait his dash so that he comes in instead of throwing the SP1, which is working well so far. We're still at those 10 spores, and we've pretty much got him down to his second life now. We're still at 96% health. So there he goes, he triggers his real Nick Fury mode. I'm just going to bait a heavy here, going for a combo to get the prowess down, of course. Bait another heavy. Took a few too many hits in the block than I would have liked, but it's alright. We get the heavy on, get the prowess down, and we're going to throw a special 3 because mainly to get some bit of health back, and also it will degenerate him a bit more. So this gets him down to 10%. And you see we've regened up to 95% health. We take one hit into block there, and then we finish on 93% health. So yeah, that's how good Omega is for that fight. So next up we have a Magneto on the EMP mod node on the left side. This is actually, it's only a 5-star Magneto, so I was pretty confident going in with Red Hulk. We're already boosted. As you saw last war, Red Hulk is an amazing Magneto counter. Not as good as like Torch, but he's not far off. So we're just going to parry his special 1, because we don't want to trigger Dex at all in this fight, because that means passive shock damage that we can avoid. So you can see he's hitting like an absolute truck right now, Red Hulk. I'm going to try and bait one more special one, I think. Now we're just going to go in for a special 2. That will finish him off. GG. Who have we got? Oh yeah, then next up we've got a pretty classic fight on path 3, which is the Shinna's Thorns Colossus, which we're going to take obviously with Omega Red. Because we have 1 point in Coagulate, we're going to take 0 bleed damage. And you see, as we stack up the bleeds, we're not regenerating as much because the opponent has Despair on, I think. Maybe like 1 point. But the Recovery Mastery is going to help us regen a bit more. So we're going to regen a decent amount, up to 97%. But we actually don't need Omega at all for the rest of the war now. So the last fight we've got is the same fight as last war. It's the Hazard Shift Dragon Man Mini. This is a rank 2 instead of a rank 5, so pretty much the same stats. Rank 2 is slightly more. But we're just going to go in with the same strategy as we did last war, which is parrying his special attacks to keep those, to keep his power from passively building. And this is, and we're also going to pop a special 3 defense boost just in case he gets that special 3, because it won't do that much damage, but you know, it does a decent amount. So this will just help mitigate it. We don't need an invuln boost, so I don't want to waste that on this fight because we can definitely do it without it. I'm just going to parry special attack there, and that gets rid of the power. We're up to 10 hit charges already, just like that. Going to parry here. Yep, it's a pretty simple fight. I'm very confident taking Dragon Man now with Red Hulk here. Definitely one of the better counters. So I think we're going to build to a special 3 after one more combo. And he's being a bit passive here, which I didn't like. And he also got clipped by a special 2 when we tried to punish his heavy, which wasn't great. But we got past it. A little bit of a backdraft against the wall and then into a special 3. So yeah, we're a bit slow punishing that heavy, so I'm gonna be definitely more careful about that next time. But he goes down just like that. And that's gonna be our fights done for the war. And we finished pretty comfortable winners. They actually died to us 108 times, which is unheard of in tier 2. We only died 10 times, so definitely a big improvement from last war, and we're gonna hope to keep improving as the season goes along. Anyway guys, that's me for today. See you in the next one.